Minutes away, spring is sprung, love is in the air, and we've got the hottest wedding trends in town next on Eye on LA. Now, from the dress to the reception, weddings are all about personal style. So we've uncovered a great local resource for planning the biggest event of any couple's life. Then, this LA couple lived the glamorous life. He was an actor who played opposite Bogey in Bacall, and she dressed the biggest stars in Hollywood. And that's just the beginning. We're uncovering their amazing story. Also, the man behind some of the most beautiful gowns you can buy. We've got the inside scoop on this fashion designer's amazing remodel of his Southland home. Plus, imagine soap actors melting the silver screen with their heated love scenes. The TV star who's about to change the way you see your favorite daytime heartthrobs. This is Eye on LA. Hi everybody, welcome to Eye on LA. I'm Garth Kemp. Today we are at 2 Rodale Drive. That's right, this place is the crown jewel of the world-renowned Beverly Hills shopping district. And what a better place to talk about fashion, fashion designers, and weddings than right here. It's also a place local brides are choosing for their weddings. This charming cobblestone lane looks like it's straight out of Europe, but it's become a unique spot in LA to create the most memorable day of most couples' lives. This is the season when most couples do tie the knot, but you know, planning nuptials can be pretty stressful. Here's one event we think can help you out. A Sulip wedding is an upscale event for couples getting ready to tie the knot. This is a get-together for engaged couples who are planning their special day, but they need help making all the decisions. By attending a Sulip wedding, the bride and groom visit with the best vendors LA has to offer for weddings. So, if you're looking to plan an unforgettable day, look no further. A Sulip wedding is the answer.
It has definitely reached a chord in the Los Angeles upscale bridal market. It's grown to a space and an event that really was beyond my wildest dreams. It was the average price of a wedding these days for the modern bride. It could be anywhere from $50,000 at the low to $150,000. Over the years, it's just grown. The consumer is so yearning for great creativity. A wedding does not have to be stressful. If I were planning my own wedding, the key is to listen to your heart.
The bridal affair is held at the historic Figueroa Hotel. Modern brides with distinct taste and a flair for elegance enjoy a collection of LA's finest wedding resources, from chic dresses to classy rings and irresistible suites. Wanda Wen co-founded a Sulip wedding 6 years ago.
You know, over the years, we've developed a reputation for offering amazing custom design stationery and invitations, and we see a lot of brides at our store, Sulip Papering and Press. You know, the brides were attracted to the aesthetic of Sulip and wanted our opinions on other vendors that had sort of like-minded ways of doing business and like-minded aesthetic. So, you know, brides would ask us, oh, you know, who would you recommend for a cake? Then who would you recommend for a photographer? And on the flip side, we would have photographers and, you know, and video artists and event planners come to us knowing that we had a great collection of brides, and they would come to us and say, you know, can you pass out our business cards?
Some of Wanda's celebrity customers include Charlize Theron, Halle Berry, and Hilary Swank. Actress Tiffany Amber Thiessen delighted over all the possibilities for her upcoming nuptials.
Yeah, it's a huge deal. We've got a few dates, you know, looked at. First of all, the Hotel Figueroa is absolutely amazing. It's the first time I've actually been here. But the event is quite breathtaking. It's so artistically stimulating. Everybody's so amazing. It's really, each booth is pretty amazing.
Hundreds of women marveled at the array of selections provided by Sulip Wedding.
Hi, nice to meet you. When are you getting married? July 16th in the Bahamas. Yes, so these are all your books?
One of these young brides is Erica Dean. Erica is hoping the Sulip wedding experience will help her perfect her destination wedding.
It's very helpful. I mean, of course it's fun, but it's very informative. You know, it has everything that you need in one place, which is wonderful. And this bridal show is top-notch. I mean, the reps here are amazing. Their work is beautiful. So it helps to just be able to have everyone in one room and go from booth to booth and, you know, get their business cards and talk to them about what they do. You can ship to Exuma?
Absolutely.
Really? Okay. Well, I'll have to go visit your showroom on Brighton.
The day sparkled with jewels by the one and only Harry Winston. Other vendors offered charming paper creations, engraved gifts, and photographers.
That is such a cute idea.
Thank you.
It's very unique. It's beautiful. It's very, is it Indian inspired?
It is Indian inspired, but I always try to put in a little flavor for it so people get an idea.
Well, one of them was this booth that had the candid photos for your reception. It's a professional photographer, but it's digital photos, and so you can set up this booth at your reception and let your guests go in and do crazy pictures.
Images of Perfection wore designs by Monique Lhuillier. Monique Lhuillier is best known for designing Britney Spears' wedding dress and for creating a classic gown for Kevin Costner's beautiful wife, Christine Baumgartner, for their special day.
This event today was magnificent. It was really magical.
Is it possible to attend a Sulip wedding and get most of your wedding planned?
A bride can absolutely come here to a Sulip wedding and probably get almost everything she needs, from a gown to jewels to her cake to even small gift favors. We have everything here that a bride would want, and probably more.
Next up, she harkens back to Hollywood's golden age, but she's still got style. See how food and fashion changed her life. Plus, his designs are sold all over the world. Now this major LA fashion designer is revealing the story behind his gorgeous home and giving you a personal tour. INLA's strutting right back. Welcome back to INLA, everybody. We continue here at the gorgeous Two-Row-Dale Drive, full of luxury stores and very trend-setting ideas and styles. Now, here's a story about food and fashion that has been cooking for some time. Our George Pinocchio has the journey of a woman who is still in her prime.
I'm going to tell you, I've got a 7 in front of my age. How about that?
Marilyn Lewis may be 70-something, but there's something about her that says ageless. Much like her fashions, Marilyn spent part of her life as a fashion designer known as Cardinale.
I think it's perfectly normal for a little girl to be in Grandma's library dreaming of becoming a famous dress designer. Mm-hmm. It is not normal for a 4-year-old girl named Marilyn to decide she's now Cardinale.
I've been sketching in my grandmother's library books. Kind of Helen Rose figures with bustles, MGM girls, and Cardinale. I called myself Cardinale from the age of 5.
And Cardinale caught the eye of that girl. Marilyn created the clothes Marlo Thomas wore as struggling actress Anne Marie for the 1960s sitcom.
Here is the Cardinale first suit that I made for her. Marlo was the first girl. I guess you could say she was the beginning of Sex and the City, don't you think? But without sex. She had the clothes. She was living in New York City, but nobody knew what she did to wear clothes like that. But she was very pure. Look at this. I mean, we called it Diamante. Today it would be bling bling, darling.
Ching ching is the sound you heard when Marilyn and her husband sold all 24 Hamburger Hamlet restaurants for more than $30 million back in 1987. When actor turned businessman Harry Lewis tried to open one Hamlet in 1950, he couldn't get so much as a $500 investment, even from Hollywood's biggest stars.
Everyone turned us down. And a lot of them haven't spoken to me since because they're so upset that they turned me down.
Harry and Marilyn remain LA restaurant royalty, thanks to their gardens on Glendon and Westwood, plus the famous Kate Mantilini in Beverly Hills, and now in Woodland Hills too. Harry, one of the stars of the classic film Key Largo, shifted his fame to another occupation and has been playing the role of a lifetime ever since.
And I enjoy the fact that customers come to me and say, I've been eating with you for over 50 years, and the quality is even better today. And really want to thank you for being here for us.
Marilyn was there from the beginning, but after 15 years of 18-hour days, she was ready for a new challenge.
And then all hell broke loose.
Marilyn went from hamburgers to haute couture with her high-end line of Cardinale clothes. And after Marlo Thomas would wear something on That Girl on Thursday night,
I got nothing but calls from stores all over the country. And they wanted to know when the coat she wore last night would be in the lineup at the stores for sale. So there you are.
Now, here we are, surrounded by the Cardinale collection.
I've been nursing them for 40 years. They're in excellent condition. I rented an apartment with just the right humidity, just like art, to hold them so beautifully.
And next month, these beauties will be the stars of United Hostesses' annual fundraiser for Cedars-Sinai. There'll be a Cardinale retrospective of That Girl glamour at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
I was overwhelmed with fear because I didn't know if they would look good in this particular era. They look better than good.
The New York Times Sunday Magazine will tell her story next month. Together, Harry and Marilyn Lewis have created one success after another. But their biggest success is their love and devotion to one another.
50 years! Get over it!
Straight ahead on INLA. His gowns are gorgeous, but that's not all he has designs on. How he turned his mid-century house into his dream home. And superstar Celine Dion reveals why she's taking on a new venture. Don't touch that remote. It's all next. Welcome back to INLA, everyone. We continue here at beautiful 2 Rodale Drive. Not only the beautiful stores of LA, but also some of the best stores on the planet. All right, if you're ready for our next story, this man, this designer, is used to fitting beauty queens and runway models. But recently, he turned his talents and his attentions to his mid-century home. Our own Leslie Sykes got an invite to see what this remodel looks like from one of the guys behind one of the biggest labels in LA.
His label is widely known for dresses with original designs and cutting-edge fabrics at affordable prices. And although he's sketched thousands of gowns on paper, Tadashi Shoji found that altering the design of his own house would not be as easy. What an amazing property, an amazing house. You must love this.
Oh yeah, it's sanctuary, yeah. So nice scenery and the palm tree, and it doesn't look like Los Angeles.
No, it doesn't look like that. I know, you're like transported into a different place. Tadashi's home is definitely what you might call a different place now, after more than a year-long renovation. But Tadashi will tell you that he didn't change everything. He wanted to keep most of his Pasadena home as is, but he also wanted to make it more open and uncomplicated. Clean and modern, but a warm reminder of his Japanese roots. Tadashi just knew he had to have this house, and apparently it was destiny. Tell me about the first time you saw this house. What did you think?
I was living neighborhood here, and I was jogging around here. And when I saw the sign of the on sale, immediately I fell in love with it. It's very Asian influenced, and but it's not so overly done. In the kitchen, there's avocado linoleum, and that is very funky stuff. That's original one.
And so, how did you renovate it? What did it look like before, and what have you done?
I had the studio on the top, and then the entrance and the kitchen. That's main change. And then garden, all the garden. Look down in the garden, look like a next properties look like my property, and they look like it's so big. It's illusion, like my dress.
Just tell me about this, what I'm wearing.
It's a bias cut, and then it's no edge, it's not sewn, and the fret's flowing, and so it's kind of, you know,
very feminine. Thousands of women know Tadashi, the designer, creates dresses that give flattering illusions. But you're about to see how Tadashi, the architect and interior designer, would create his own special effects.
We are going upstairs. Upstairs is very colorful.
Yes.
It's my favorite. This is my bedroom.
Wow, it is beautiful. It's blue?
Yes, blue.
And look at the view.
My favorite color. And look at the mountain view. Inside is mirror and reflecting, and like kind of modern art. When you open that one, reflection of the scenery, you can see it.
Oh, yes.
So temporary kind of, you know.
In fact, these shutters are one of the key design elements in the remodel. The original plans called for 4, but as with most every detail in the house, Tadashi tweaked it. So now there are 3, just enough to keep out the bright sun and reflect the gorgeous view. And so you consulted a feng shui expert to situate your room. What did they tell you?
Everything is facing the east side, that's good. If you count money and study, this bedroom is good.
How did you get involved in the design of your house?
Oh, it's so easy. Because, I have to live here, so I have to love.
And what used to be a rooftop deck is no more.
This is the Arding studio.
Oh, there's something behind this.
Yes.
Oh, neat!
It used to be, this was the balcony upstairs, and then changed to the studio.
In bringing his homeland inside his new home, he had to include a special place for the most simple pleasures. And what do you do here?
This is meditating or doing yoga. I'm getting older and like homesick, and sometimes I want to sleep in those kind of places.
One of the most striking suggestions Tadashi made in tailoring his home to his own taste was eye-popping shades. Like you see in his house and in his dress collection, a line of classics with punches of color. Does red have any significance?
Cheer you up.
Tadashi not only has an eye for color, but for eclectic decor. As you can see, he's turned the treasures picked up on his travels into art.
When I was in China, I took measurement of my window. Then I special ordered. So it's matching to screen. Oh. This is Indonesian, Chinese, and Turkish carpet.
All right, it's time for us to move on from a fashion designer with an eye for architecture to a superstar with a flair for fashion and fragrance. Celine Dion fans know she loves clothes, but apparently she has many loves in her life.
What has happened in 2 years? Almost nothing. Celine has done 310 shows, 3 new CDs. She published also a new book.
There's no doubt Celine Dion is one of the biggest selling female artists of all time. And even with a young son and all her professional commitments, she's adding a new project to the list. But how does she find the time?
Well, I wanted this new fragrance to celebrate life, actually, and to be joyful. The feeling of not being afraid to laugh out loud and to express yourself.
You might ask how involved one of the busiest women in show business can actually be with creating a perfume? Well, apparently, Celine has played a big part in every decision.
Just as in the past, I worked closely with the Coty team to smell various scents, discuss packaging ideas, and decide on the advertising concept, on everything. I wanted to be part of everything.
She even chose the shape of the bottle, which she says carries a special meaning.
The bottle shape, that's pretty exciting for me. The Pentagon idea came from my lucky number 5. In 1982, the World Song Festival in Tokyo, I'm going that far, I can't believe it. I was walking on stage and I saw a 5-yen coin on the ground and I picked it up. I guess you would have done the same. Well, that night, I won the gold medal that night, and since then, the number 5 has been my lucky number.
Celine's not letting anything slow her down, but it sounds like she takes the time to smell the roses, or at least some very pretty perfume. Still ahead, the TV star behind a new kind of feature film. Why your favorite soap stars could soon be headed for the big screen. INLA uncovers the scoop next. Welcome back to INLA, everybody. We continue here at one of LA's most chic shopping spots and most unique wedding locations. 2 Rodale Drive has great restaurants and shops and is a charming backdrop for any couple's big day. And McCormick & Schmick's creates an unforgettably romantic atmosphere. Actor Corbin Bernsen has been married since the 80s when he first became a big TV star on LA Law. Now he's a star on General Hospital, and he's taking other daytime soap stars and trying to make them into movie stars. George Pinocchio has the story of a man on a mission.
I just said, these are wonderful people that just aren't getting the opportunity. Let's put them in there. And it was this dream I had.
Now, Corbin Bernsen is making his dream a reality. His master plan, to give the stars of television's daytime dramas acting work in feature films.
I'm a federal prosecutor.
Corbin, who's currently on ABC Daytime's General Hospital, realized to do this, everyone involved would have to shoot on weekends. Not a problem. His first film with his production company is called Carpool Guy. It also marks Corbin's debut as a director.
Corbin Bernsen, live from the set of Carpool Guy. A disaster in the making. I'm 50 and I just said, put it out there, man. And you know, I have a good enough life. I work as an actor. I have a wonderful family, and man, you get this opportunity. I just am going for broke.
He graces us with his presence.
Several stars of daytime television grace this movie, including General Hospital's Rick Hurst.
You're terrible, Joel.
Thank you, Michael.
The great thing is that we're all actors, and we just happen to be working in daytime, and it's always the misconception. I think the lines they're not drawn anymore. I mean, you see film people coming to, quote, nighttime television and doing brilliant work, so I don't think it necessarily matters where you are as long as you bring in quality.
Everybody's out of character to people who watch daytime. But for us, it's hysterical. We love changing up our roles, and I used to work with Rick before, and we had a very dramatic storyline. Now we have a really silly one.
And that silliness suits Sean Kanan of The Bold and the Beautiful just fine.
Nice play, Mrs. Lunsford.
Shut up, Tom.
Yes, ma'am.
We're here because we believe in the project, and for me personally, this is great because it's a comedy, and so much of what I do in daytime is kind of that, the angry young man, tough guy with a heart of gold sort of thing, and I get to be the cut up in this, and it's a hoot. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, baby, how you like me now, huh?
So is General Hospital's Anthony Geary. Yeah, that's him under all that hair and makeup. And that soap royalty, Jeannie Cooper of The Young and the Restless, who also happens to be Corbin's real-life mom.
The one thing that I praise Corbin for is that he said, I want to do something that has nothing but daytime performers in it, because everyone is released out of that box.
And Corbin is going way out of the box to appeal to the core base of soap fans he expects will be most interested in this movie. If that's you, all you have to do is go to his company's website, publicmediaworks.com, and you'll see things that, frankly, just aren't done in this business. Until now.
You can read the script online. Look at dailies. We want people to be a part of the process. And we know if we let the fan base be a part of the process, there's a better chance, I think, that they're going to want to see the movie.
Corbin hopes fans will want to see a lot of movies featuring the stars of daytime television. He'd love to get Carpool Guy into theaters by June, and he's planning to have one movie after another in production, all from the daytime talent pool.
Rick Hurst and I have known each other for 15 years. He was a waiter at this restaurant I used to go into when I was an unemployed actor, and we used to both look at each other and go, someday, man, we're gonna make it. We're gonna really make it.
And if Corbin's dream really does come true, America's soap stars will be cleaning up at the box office. For Ion LA, I'm George Pinocchio.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the show for tonight. Thanks for joining us. If you need any more information on any of the stories you saw on Ion LA tonight, just go to our website. I'm Garth Kemp. For everyone at Ion LA, have a great weekend.